Hello, assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to El Sutra Essentials. My name is Belkisa Ali. Welcome to my kitchen today. So, my five healthy Sahoor recipes. I'm going to start with the first one, which is one of my favorite, is dates brownies. So, anything with dates is really great because it has a lot of health benefits. So here I have some milk in the cup. I also have some flour. I also have a date and also date paste. So if you don't have a date paste, you can actually soak your date by removing the seed and soaking it into warm milk for about 30 minutes, and then you can just use your fork or your spoon to spread it out and make it into paste. And if you have the paste, then you are good to go, which I already have. This is what I'm demonstrating to you right now, that you can mix the milk and the dates to make your own paste. So I have olive oil, I have baking powder, I have some salt, and I also have some mixed nuts. So in this brownie we're going to be making is going to be really healthy because we're not going to be using sugar. The date is going to give us a natural sweetener, and we're also going to be using bananas. So in my milk I use my date paste, and this is what the consistency looks like. So you can use any amount of date as much as you want the sweetness of it. You can use the quantity you want. It doesn't have to be actually measured. So here I'm using banana, one ripe banana, and I'm just going to mash it into the date paste. So you don't really have to like mash it all the way, or you have to make it into really soft. You can leave it with the lumps because it's going to be okay when you bake it. And then the next ingredient I'm adding here is my olive oil, just to get a little bit of moisture. It's actually optional, you don't even have to, but it is a good texture to use it. And the next ingredient I added was a pinch of salt and a pinch of baking powder. So, and I'm mixing everything together. And then the next thing I'm adding is my flour. So here is about a cup of flour. So I'm just going to mix and mix until I reach a certain consistency I'm looking for. Actually, this brownies doesn't need like really much mixing. It's just do your best to make sure that the flour is just cooperated into the paste, but don't over mix it because it's not necessary. Okay, my ladies, so the next thing I'm going to do is to crush my nuts. I have almond, I have raisins, I have walnuts, I also have green raisins. So I'm just crushing everything into smaller pieces because I want to add it into my brownie. I just always enjoy it with the nuts inside of it. You can also add peanut if you have peanut, and if you want to use it into this recipe, it's totally fine. You can actually use anything, pistachio, anything that you have. So I'm just adding about more than a half of this because I'm going to be leaving a little bit of it to spread on top of the brownie when I'm going to bake it. So here we are. I'm just mixing again, not over mixing. So now I'm using butter to just spread on my baking pan, and then I'm going to be pouring my brownie mix into the pan, and I'm going to bake it. So that's about it, and this is so ready to go into the oven. 320 degrees for about 20 minutes. It's going to be ready and good to go. You always check it just like you check any kind of cake getting out from the oven, but it doesn't have to be like because this is a bit moisture, so you're going to be end up seeing some moist on the skewered, but that's totally fine. I'm sure when you see the edges are brown, you know it is done. So just leave it to cool down a little bit before you start cutting it, because you know we have a lot of moisture stuff inside here. The dead paste, the banana is going to make it a bit moist, so leave it to cool down for about 10 to 15 minutes and then cut it into the pieces you want. Okay, so our next recipe is going to be our roti or tortilla bites. So I'm just slicing my red tomatoes and then my green onions, and I'm going to be breaking some eggs, and we're going to move from there. So just to keep it simple, I'm just adding important ingredient, which is just some salt, black peppers, and I added a bit of milk. That is whole milk. You can even use evaporated milk just for your eggs. And then I mixed everything, and now here I have my roti. You can also use tortilla wraps to do this, so just 2 wraps is okay for this one, unless if you are making for more people. So I pour my egg into my pan, and I'm also pouring my vegetables. So you can actually play with the vegetables here, but just make sure you are not adding anything that is going to be making you gassy, or to be making you to be having hiccups or anything during the day. So that's why I just stick up with the tomatoes and the onions. And here I'm just putting on my sliced cheese, and I'm going to be adding another roti wrap on top of it, so it's going to stick all together. So, and that's it, we are done. It's so simple and easy, and this you can make overnight and just eat it for sahur. You can make it during iftar, cut it into pieces, put it in the fridge, and then in the morning you can actually just warm it in your microwave, and you're good to go for your sahur. And that's it, my ladies. So you can just cut it into the pieces you want it to be, and you can have it with any kind of sauce you so wish. Try and stay away from ketchup because it's a bit sour, so this is what I use it with. There are different kind of sauces, but they are not sour. So our third recipe is going to be fruit oats, and as you can see I have some water in my pot, and now I'm adding my oat, and I'm going to cook it. So obviously oat is the easiest and the simplest and the fastest cooking thing you can ever make. So it will cook in like 2 minutes. So the moment it boiled and you can see it's a bit sticky, it is done. You don't have to like overcook it, and just pour it into your bowl, and you can dress it up with any kind of fruit that you want. As always, I will try and tell you to stay away from acidic fruits. So here I just added some evaporated milk. I'm also trying to stay away from too much sugar. So I have my bananas, and I'm going to be having it with also strawberries, and I'm going to be dressing it with honey. So this particular honey I choose is a brand I'm also working with, Lady Shade Honey. It is a Canadian made honey, and it is natural, organic, and I just created a content for them because I'm their brand ambassador this season. So here I'm just using the honey. Look at how slimy that honey looks. I just feel like snacking on it already just by itself. So anyway, we are having recipes for sahur, so that is what we're here for. So this is just it, just about it. You can just have your oats, and it's going to sustain you for a longer time during the day while you're fasting, because all we're looking for is healthy stuff that will sustain us during the day while we're fasting. So that is it. This is my oats bowl, and voila, you done. It is as easy as that. So up to the next recipe. Okay, so our next recipe is our frittata, and it is also easy to make. All you need is your vegetables. So here I'm just sauteing some onions. It's yellow onions in my pan. I also have some sausages, so you can use any kind of protein you want to use, either chicken, beef, or the sausage. This is chicken sausages. So I just added some kale. If you don't have kale, you can also use spinach, and these are some boiled potatoes. So just boil your potatoes for about 5 minutes, and you can cut it into either cubes like this, or you can slice it into cycle shapes. Any shape you like is totally fine, as long as you boil it. That's all that matters. So I added my carrots at the last minute because I don't like my carrots so saggy and too soft in cooking. That's why I always add my carrots at the end, because I don't want them to overcook. And then here I'm just spreading my egg mixture. I think I have about 4 to 5 eggs here. I also put a bit of spices on them, just salt, black peppers, and I think chicken seasoning. So what I did here, I just play with the eggs around it to just make it stick to each other, and I sprinkle some red bell peppers and some green onions, and I'm just going to cover it and leave it to get done. You can also throw this into the oven if you are in a hurry or so, but I just put down the heat so it won't burn underneath before it cooked on top. So, and I keep checking it to make sure that it is not sticking on my pan. And voila, here we are. It is all done. The moment you see the top part is looking whitish like this, you know your eggs are done. And because the heat is so slow, so it's not going to burn the bottom. And that's it. You can just cut it into pizza shape and have it anyhow you like. You can also have it with some sauce, or you can have it by itself. Anyhow you like it, it's gonna be done. So, and that's it. This is our fourth recipe for sahur. You can also have this for iftar actually. Okay, let's move to the next recipe, and our next recipes are going to be smoothies. So smoothies are really simple and easy to make. Here I have banana and strawberry smoothie. I just added milk and a little bit of yogurt, and then I blended it, and you can just have it just like that. You can also mix different kind of fruits to just have smoothie. You know, it's going to keep you a long day feeling energized, and you're going to have a lot of vitamins and minerals from the fruits. This is another set of fruits that I love making smoothie with. This is mango, this is avocado, and also the banana. I love mixing avocado and banana as a smoothie mixed with milk and yogurt. Oh my gosh, if you guys have never tried this combo, please do. There is just heaven tasting in it. Also, I love mixing banana and mango to make the smoothie as well. And you know, it is date season. You can also do date smoothie with bananas and some milk. I mean, banana is really great because it have a lot of fiber. Like, you get a lot of vitamins from banana. That's why I kept insisting on banana. So this is just a recipe of smoothie that I once did on my Instagram. I just blended a lot of mangoes, and then I remove the puree and I freeze it. So after I froze it, I just took it out of the freezer, and I got some little pieces of it. I added milk and yogurt and some pineapple and some syrup, and I blended into a smooth smoothie. It tastes like mango lassi. It was so good. So our next item is not a recipe but also a meal that I'm so obsessed taking during Ramadan because it keeps me a long day. This has about 12 grams of protein and about 220 something calories. This ensure has 235 calories with 9.4 protein in it. Just like that, you're going to be having a lot of proteins and a lot of calories and carbohydrates from this. So sometimes when I got up really late for sahur and I don't have time to eat much, I just grab one of these. I eat one banana, and the next thing I do take a lot is water. Please drink a lot of water, but don't drink ice water, room temperature, and stay away from acidic or soda and also spicy food. Please, thank you so much, and Ramadan Mubarak. I will see you in my next video. Bye.